The IDB says there is scope for the Caribbean and Latin America to have their own free trade bloc. And in sport, Sri Lanka not taking West Indies lightly in their upcoming tour. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, May 30th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Her Excellency Paula Mae Weeks, President of Trinidad and Tobago, paid her first official visit to Tobago recently. And one of her most memorable experiences here was meeting children with special needs and those who work with them at the Healing with Horses Foundation in Buku. The foundation provides special needs children and adults with activities like equestrian sessions, art therapy, and employment.
Winter Magnum King of Dance, I don't know, we have the talent and we want to get it on a wider platform. And we just enter a show. And the experience was 100%, I swear. It gave me a great highlight. Everything. I find the right team right now. Team Eclipse. Everything just okay. Night when time I sing the song, looking at my ball.
A new study by the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB, says Latin America and the Caribbean could add an additional $11 billion in annual trade by blending their 33 separate agreements into a single regional free trade bloc. And it says the study charts a course for the region to attain the elusive goal of regional integration. The Washington-based institution said that while preferential trade agreements have increased intra-regional trade by 64% on average, those gains fall well short of what a $5 trillion market could offer. It said the agreements have also proven inadequate at making the region more competitive internationally. The IDB study offers a roadmap towards maximizing these gains by promoting a path of convergence among the existing agreements, which would eventually lead to a Latin American and Caribbean free trade agreement. And the IDB says Argentina, Mexico, and Brazil would be the key players in any meaningful integration effort. Popular transportation network company Uber has put the brakes on operations in Trinidad and Tobago, even as the government said it had been operating illegally in the first place. The California-based company said operations. The California-based company said operations pause from today, 11 days after Uber driver was murdered in the Twin Island Republic. Peter Christopher of CNews reports.
Uber driver Christopher Mohammed was found dead in St. James and his car was reportedly stolen. Mohammed's death had come after several reports of Uber drivers being robbed had been made to police. The company said after operating for more than a year in Trinidad and Tobago and having made multiple efforts to create a significant change in the country in regards to mobility and opportunities for entrepreneurship, Uber has unfortunately decided to pause its operation in the country. This decision was not made lightly, but at this time we believe that there is a lack of a proper environment for innovation and technology that thrive in Trinidad and Tobago. Uber had faced this trouble since coming into Trinidad and Tobago last year. The legality of the service became a parliamentary debate after taxi drivers challenged the app's operation in this country. The company was also forced to move away from its international practice of no cash, as the local market did not support credit cards as widely as foreign countries. The company also had a third time during the carnival season, with several FETCOers displeased with the lack of service during the season. Uber would later apologize via email to their app users.
But the Trinidad and Tobago government said although Uber insisted it was a technological company that provides software and not a taxi service, it was operating illegally. Now, in a statement, the Ministry of Works and Transport said the company was required to comply with two requirements relating to the local informal transportation industry, but never responded to requests for information. Britain's Home Office has revealed it has managed to contact only 3 of around 60 people who may have been wrongly deported as part of the Windrush scandal. Now, this is despite an intense search which started weeks ago. Home Office officials have searched through more than 8,000 records dating back to 2002 to find cases of Commonwealth citizens who may have been forced to leave for failing to provide the right documentation, despite living illegally in the UK for decades. The British government has come under intense criticism over the treatment of the so-called Windrush generation of Caribbean immigrants who moved to the UK between the 1940s and the 1970s but were never fully naturalized. More than 5,000 people have been identified as potential Windrush cases since it emerged that scores of people who were entitled to be in the UK had lost their jobs, being denied medical care, and threatened with deportation. Earlier this month, it was revealed that 63 cases had been earmarked for detailed investigation. Home Secretary Sajid Javid said the wrongly deported were being proactively contacted through a specialist Windrush task force. High commissioners are being asked to assist where there are no contact details. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next. Sri Lankan captain Dinesh Chandimal said his side will not be taking host West Indies for granted. He was speaking to TV6's Vinod Nawani ahead of today's tour match against a President's 11 at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba.
Sri Lanka's cricketers are in the West Indies for a three-match test series against the Caribbean side. According to Captain Dinesh Chandimal, the team has done its homework and it's now all about executing those plans.
We had a really good preparation in Sri Lanka, and we did a camp in Kandy. So it was a one-week camp, and everyone in a good shape and looking forward to the series.
A big blow that Dhananjay De Silva is not here because his father was killed, tragedy. How does that affect the team?
Yeah, it was a really hard situation for him and the team. Yeah, it's a really shocking moment to everyone, and so our prayers and thoughts with Dhananjay always. So it will be, really challenging, especially for Dhananjay, and I'm sure he will be okay in future.
Even though the Windies have been struggling in all formats at international level, Chandimal is not taking the hosts for granted. After all, the Sri Lankans have also had their ups and downs.
Yeah, we all know they are a really good side in the world, and especially if they are playing in West Indies, they are really good. So we never underestimate West Indies. So, but as a team, we have something in our sleeve, and if we can execute that, so we can give them a really good challenge in this series.
That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.